So I think that is something where the audience will also like, wow, this is something new and different and this is going to be interesting. So I think लोगों को वो पसंद आएगा कि भाई हर एक रिलेशनशिप में कुछ कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, और अलग अलग पर्सपेक्टिव से अगर एक रिलेशनशिप को देखा जाए तो आई एम मोर देन हैप्पी इफ आई गेट हेट फॉर दिस रोल बिकॉज दैट्स द ऑब्जेक्टिव आल्सो एट सम लेवल इज टू लोग मुझे पसंद करे या नहीं, मगर उस कैरेक्टर को should do the job that he's supposed to do in the story, and that is what is important.
So कुणाल, आपसे सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ, जो टीजर मैंने देखा है उसमें आपके कैरेक्टर के बारे में कुछ खास रिवील नहीं हुआ है, तो क्या बोलना चाहेंगे अपने कैरेक्टर को लेके?
Well, actually, मेरा कैरेक्टर का नाम है मिलियन, और वो वहाँ पे जो आमना का कैरेक्टर है रोमा और मिलियन, दे वर हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ. वो अभी भी हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ है, मगर वो रिलेशनशिप एस्ट्रेंज्ड है, वो एक साथ नहीं रह रहे हैं, वो अलग अलग रहते हैं, मगर क्योंकि दे आर स्टिल ब्रिंगिंग अप देयर डॉटर टुगेदर, तो वो आसपास ही रहते हैं, मगर दे डोंट लिव टुगेदर, देयर रिलेशनशिप इज कंप्लीटली गॉन सावर. तो वो एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं, मगर बस फॉर्मेलिटी की वजह से, लाइक यू नो, जस्ट टू कीप थिंग्स काइंड ऑफ नाइस फॉर द डॉटर. तो he's a very मतलब बहुत ही रिजेंटमेंट है उसमें, बहुत ज्यादा रिमोर्स है उसमें, रिजेंटमेंट है अपने रिलेशनशिप को लेके, रोमा के साथ जो रिलेशनशिप था, और वो आगे बढ़ नहीं पा रहा है, और दूसरों को भी आगे नहीं, you know, he's not allowing them also to move forward. So he's someone who's kind of stuck in the past. So I think that is his character. He's also he's not the nicest guy. He's a little bit grey. So I think all of that will reveal itself in the show. So but that is the character, that is the setup within the show.
Okay. So did you find it easy to portray that character that you're playing, or were there any challenges for you?
Well, no, every character has its own challenges. I think for me, generally my comfort zone is something where I can rely on, you know, trying to find a comic moment, or trying to find something that's funny, or something that the audience can latch on to in terms of find interesting or endearing. But in this character's case, I think the challenge was that even though he's not the nicest guy, इतना अच्छा आदमी नहीं है, फिर भी लोग उसे देखना चाहेंगे, एंड दे वुड लाइक टू नो कि क्या है उसकी कहानी, क्या है उसकी कमियां, और उसकी जो फ्रेलिटीज है, उसे उनको लेके लोग उसकी कहानी में इंटरेस्टेड रहें. So I think that was a challenge for me, to find a character that is grey, but people are still finding that हाँ, इसमें भी इंटरेस्टिंग बात ये है, उसके पर्सपेक्टिव अगर से देखा जाए तो शायद वो भी सही है. If you see it from Roma's perspective, then maybe she is right. So I think to give the audience that dual perspective of a story, or also to give them that morality wise कौन सही है, कौन गलत है, is he right to be so upset, so brooding. So I think that was challenging for me. That was what was interesting for me also to play, and so that was the challenging part of it.
Okay. So I've seen the teaser and I find it interesting, you know, कुछ होने वाला है टाइप्स ऐसा. तो आपको किस तरह के रिस्पॉन्स आ रहे हैं टीजर को लेके?
बहुत अच्छे रिस्पॉन्सेज मिल रहे हैं. Firstly, just the look of the trailer is so grand and so beautiful and looks so romantic and dramatic, and I think people have first responded to that. They've responded to the background score, and also to the last few lines of the trailer, which is basically, you know, which reveals that both the mother and daughter have had some sort of interest in this one guy. So I think that is something where the audience will also like, wow, this is something new and different, and this is going to be interesting. So I think that has really worked. लोगों की reactions बहुत, I mean, I met a few people the other day, and they were also saying that the trailer was looking great, and then suddenly with that last line, it suddenly became even more interesting.
Yeah.
So I think so it's had a great reaction, and we're very happy with the responses we're getting.
So it's कहीं ना कहीं एक लव स्टोरी जो है वो एक लव ट्रायंगल भी दिखाती है. तो लव ट्रायंगल्स हमने और भी कहीं देखे हैं, तो आपको क्या कह रहे हैं कि इसमें क्या इंटरेस्टिंग है, लव ट्रायंगल के अलावा और क्या इंटरेस्टिंग है?
I think what's interesting here is that firstly it's mother, daughter, and of course the father who's estranged. There's this one character who is of a love interest. So I think that is something very new and unique. And also I think every relationship has its own set of problems. अगर वो माँ बेटी की relationship हो, mine and my girlfriend's relationship, Roma's relationship with her love interest Sahir, so all the relationships have their own set of problems and their own sort of peculiarities. तो I think लोगों को वो पसंद आएगा कि भाई हर एक relationship में कुछ complexity है, कुछ problem है, और अलग अलग perspective से अगर एक relationship को देखा जाए तो अपने तरह से everyone is right and everyone is wrong also. So that is also what is interesting, is the whole morality of the thing. And that is what people also are responding to in the trailer, is the morality of the situation. तो वो लोगों को बहुत पसंद आएगा, and that's going to be a good hook, I think, for people to really get interested.
कुणाल, जो टीजर है तो वो तो काफी कुछ छोटा है, तो जब सीरीज आएगी, जब पूरी सीरीज लोग देखेंगे, तो आपके कैरेक्टर को लोग कितना पसंद करने वाले, आपको ऐसा क्या, मतलब कितनी आपको इंट्यूशन आ रही है? क्योंकि जो टीजर है उसमें तो सबका एकदम छोटा छोटा सा हमने देखा है, एक जिस्ट देखा है, तो जब पूरी सीरीज आएगी तो आपको क्या लगता है कि आपके कैरेक्टर को स्पेशली कितना प्यार मिलने वाला है, क्या लोग पसंद करेंगे?
ऐसी प्यार मुझे पता नहीं अगर प्यार मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो ही इज अ काइंड ऑफ ग्रे कैरेक्टर, मगर इंटरेस्ट अगर मुझे मिल जाए ना तो वो वही बहुत बड़ी बात है. बिकॉज आई थिंक दैट माय कैरेक्टर इज समवन who is adding the thorn in the side of every relationship. He is the reason why people are not able to move on with their lives, and I think that is something that people will either they will love this character or they will hate this character, but they will be interested in this character.
Yeah.
So I think it's not important. Like for me, sometimes you watch a film and you hate a character very passionately. Yeah. I hate that guy. मुझे वो बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है वो बंदा. But you are loving the role. I think that is what is important for me.
The actor has done his job.
Yeah, so I'm more than happy if I get hate for this role, because that's the objective also at some level, is to is for people to not always like the person you're playing, but the person you're playing should be effective to the story. And I think that is what I'm hopeful of, कि भाई लोग मुझे पसंद करे या नहीं, मगर उस कैरेक्टर को should do the job that he's supposed to do in the story. And that is what is important for me.
How was your experience with your co-stars? There were so many, Amna and Pratibha.
So Amna, I had a lot of scenes with Amna. I had a lot of scenes with Pratibha, and with another girl called Pooja, who's also a very talented young actress. So I think all of them, I mean, they're very super talented, even, I mean, Amna is just so experienced, and she's able to like turn on an emotion like this, which is just something amazing to me. I still take time to build up to an emotion. It takes me 1 or 2 takes, then I get into the zone, into the mood, and then you can really feel it. But Amna is someone who can just come on like this, or she's just there. So that's something that's amazing. Gaurav, unfortunately, I didn't have मेरे ज़्यादा scenes नहीं थे उनके साथ, मगर we of course chilled and we had a good time together, but we didn't get to work that much together. एक आध 2 scene हैं उनके साथ. And with Pratibha, who's a young actress, I mean, she's fresh and she is like a ball of energy. I mean, she's just so full of energy, so full of life, and so willing to, to I mean, even when she was listening to our director, Nandita ma'am, I mean, very, very receptive and totally right for the part, you know. So yeah, so it was lovely working with this team. I hope to work with them again soon. So let's see how it goes.
Lastly, you want to give any message for fans, and what should they expect from the series?
Well, I think that fans should expect nice, complex love story, uh, which will, you know, which has its like these relationships are truly messed up in some way, and I think that कि उनको हर एक character से और उनकी situation से प्यार हो जाएगा, and I hope that they enjoy the journey of these characters through the whole season. And my message is like, give it a shot, watch it on the 12th of May. I'm sure that they will be in for a fun ride.
I wish you all the best, Kunal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining with us.